Hello and thank you so much for clicking and for watching this video. It's finished Arsenal nil, Manchester United nil at the Emirates. What can you really say about that performance? Similar to the Sheffield United one, really. Just confusing, disappointing. Wasn't really much energy in the play. I would say that if I was to sum up this last week for Manchester United, for me as a fan, it has been very much the good, the bad, and the ugly. Really good against Liverpool, really bad against Sheffield United, and really ugly today against Arsenal. Very scrappy performance today, very scrappy game from both teams. Full credit to Arsenal because you know what, they've been on this really poor run and they've turned it around since that win over Chelsea on Boxing Day. And fair play because I was one of those people, I'm still one of those people, but maybe not as much as I was, that was questioning Mikel Arteta, questioning Arsenal. But since he's brought players like Smith Rowe, since he's brought Saka in, obviously Saka didn't play today, since he's brought these players in, they look rejuvenated. They look like they've got a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and they play really good football. Today, I didn't think they were as good as I've seen them in recent games. They were really good in that 3-1 win at Southampton after going out to Southampton, of course, in the FA Cup on the Saturday. So Arsenal can play football now. They have there's sort of there is um, there is a core group of players there, and there is something. Arteta is building something at Arsenal. I didn't think they were brilliant today, but they've taken 4 points off Manchester United this season. They weren't particularly good, as we weren't in that 1-0 win at Old Trafford, that late penalty winning in the game. And of course, they weren't particularly good today. They probably had the better chances. Cavani, of course, had a really good chance for United. But just on the subject of Manchester United, I am a little bit concerned about these last couple of performances, and the reason I'm concerned is it goes back to what I've said sort of all along during this run. Before the run ended, I was saying to myself, and I think I probably said it in videos after certain games, like, yes, it's great that we're on this run, but the real challenge, the mark of a really good team is how they respond to setbacks. And when they've been winning these games, they have been answering a lot of the questions, difficult games, getting goals out of nothing, scraping wins, getting 3 points, getting through difficult games, coming back against Fulham, potential banana skin there. Physical game against Burnley, and they came through that challenge. All these challenges, all these games they've ticked off, but now they've lost to Sheffield United. You think this aura that they built up, suddenly it's not there. It's not there, and it becomes more difficult. And I don't know whether it's a confidence thing. It's a confidence thing. It certainly has seems to have killed that little bit of momentum. Well, there was a lot of momentum that we were building, so that is a concern for me. And as we go into as we get deeper into the second half of the season, I think we're going to now see the reality of where Manchester United actually are. I never thought we were going to win the league. I said, God knows when, I thought it would just be nice for us to be in the conversation for as long as possible, really. But, City have won today. They went 4 points clear. United get a point at Arsenal. Now it's 3 points. But City have that game in hand. They win that, it's 6 points. We could drop point. We've got Southampton and it's Everton in the next two games. I'm pretty sure I have to recheck the fixture list. I looked at it earlier, but I have to check it again. But Southampton in the next game again. So these are difficult games. These are Southampton not in the best form at the moment, but they're a good team. And by the time we play them, I know Vestergaard was scheduled to be back, for the 29th of January. He was scheduled to be playing today. I don't think he's playing today, but it's very likely that he'll play against United. And Vestergaard and Bednarak were, for me, the best central defensive partnership in the league up until Vestergaard got injured. So again, these are difficult games. We've got really, really difficult games now. Southampton, Everton, they don't get any easier. there's no easy games in the league, but that loss to Sheffield United clearly dented the confidence because they looked cautious today. It was like they'd taken a step back. It was a bit like the United from earlier in the season. Now, obviously, confidence, it's there or it's not, and it hasn't really been there the last couple of games. Very cautious, very pragmatic, unlike the Manchester United that we've seen over the last couple of months. No dynamism in the play. I can't fault the effort today. As I say, I thought they were really poor against Sheffield United. I thought it was a professional performance today, but they never really threatened Arsenal. Cavani obviously had that chance. McTominay went off some kind of stomach injury. It's not been confirmed as to what that was. He was holding his stomach, and he played on for as long as he could. Marshall came on, didn't really cause much of a threat, and so disappointing. Normally, if you go to the Emirates, one of your main rivals, and you get a point, you think it's a good point, that. And, maybe it will be long term. It's a clean sheet. Got a clean sheet, but that loss to Sheffield United meant that we had to win today to keep any kind of small hope of actually winning the league up, and we didn't do it. So for me now, Manchester United's objective for the rest of the season is to, it's pretty much the same as it was at the beginning of the season. Close that gap on Manchester City and Liverpool. Get as close to them as you can. Anything else is a bonus. But I think it has been a reality check for Manchester United this last week. Players' performance levels seem to have dipped a little bit again. That word I keep using, concern, is a concern, But again, in terms of work rate, I can't fault the work rate today, but it just wasn't at the level that we've seen in recent weeks. In particular, like in the game last week against Liverpool, they're phenomenal last week and deserved to win that game. Defensive mistakes, put the defensive mistakes to one side, and I thought that was an excellent performance. But poor against Sheffield United, really ugly today. It was an ugly, scrappy 0-0, and neither team deserved to win the game. Arsenal will probably be happy with a point, even though they will say they've got Champions League ambitions. I think it's a better point for Arsenal than it is for Manchester United. But what do you think? What do you think of the game? It has finished Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0 at the Emirates. Leave your thoughts, comments and feedback in the comment section. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and leave me a like. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.